All right, this is gonna be tough. Look what I got. I'm using my Saker. It still works. Yes, it does. Look, look. I gotta cut these down to go inside the beds. You don't want them really long. Coda, not Coda. Jimmy, you're messing with me, kid. Anyway, you guys can see it still works. This is what I gotta deal with while I'm trimming this down to smaller pieces. All right, guys, today starts the day that we get this bed full, and it will be hugelkultur. The main goal is we can find, it's not real tall of a bed, so I'm going to go ahead and go on out to my, anywhere I can see dead limbs, dead whatever it is laying on the ground, is what we're going to be packing on the bottom, all the way across. All right, get us packed as good as you can. Shavings, bark pieces, all kinds of stuff will like be a fill-in. We're going to pack as tightly as you can as you go through, and then we're going to go out to the woods and we're going to go ahead and get some leaf mulch. Basically, all the leaves and stuff that you see that's out there, I'll take my tractor, we'll scoop it up, and we'll start filling in what's in here. And then what I do is I start to go ahead and add in some of my, I'll put a layer of hay on top. And I'll put some soil, I'll put some compost, and then I'll probably mix some black cow manure on top with it all, and then we'll plant out of this. So I'll bring you along as we go what I grab, and I'm going to head out to the goat area now and start picking up some sticks. Knuckleheads. All right, let's get this done. As you can see, there's all kinds of it out here that really needs to come out. We're going to get rid of them. We're going to put them in the beds. Nothing goes to waste. All right, you can see how I got some of this wood in here. What we're going to do now is, when I was splitting my firewood this year, I had a lot of chunks, bark, and whatever else left over. And what I'll do is I'll start filling all these holes in. You want to try to get this filled as best as you can, because when this breaks down, your soil lowers. As an example, see how this is all falling down? All these beds have gone down this year. Perfect example. You see how that board is there to there? It was about 8 inches deeper. That's how much stuff has sagged. Now I've been filling these beds up with compost. You see right there, I've got myself some horse manure, leaves, whatever else I can find, I've been packing in here. So our goal is to fill all these voids best you can in here, and then we'll start moving into some other viney stuff or hay. I've got goat hay I can put in here also. So, but let's get these this other wood chips and stuff in here, and I'll show you what they are, and we'll get this in here. All right, we're by our wood stack, and this is all the junk, the scrap. When you split, you always end up with. A lot of people use it for kindling. I've got like a huge stack of this stuff for kindling, so I saved this pile right here just for my hugelkultur bed. So there you go, my shadow's in the way. So we're going to go ahead and get at least a bucket load and just start spreading around, try to get as many of the holes filled up as we can. All right, as you can see, I just put on all those wood shavings, the cutting ends from splitting firewood. It's all in there. We are probably a quarter of the way up, I guess, for sure now. Maybe a third of the way up. But what I'm going to go do now is I'm going to go grab a load of sand, dirt, that's from the woods, and light layer it in here, sprinkle around, kind of let the dirt fall down wherever it needs to fall. That's kind of what's in here too, a little bit of dirt, not much. When we get done with that, then I'm going to go ahead and get some of the the hay that's out there by the goats. And then we'll put a layer of that hay on here. All right, you can see we got some of that good old Oklahoma junk dirt in here. It's sand with just a little bit of clay. This is where I live. Some places everybody just has strictly clay, and I don't have that. My ground, I could probably go down 2 to 3 feet and I'll hit sandstone and clay. So I put this in here. Now what I always do is I take my garden hose and I wet this down. Let all the water go in here. Let it wash down whatever soil, because guys, your soil will go down in the grooves that you think you filled. You see how the water is just running down the sides? Well, we're going to push all of that down in here and just give it a really healthy soak. And so I'll bring you back after I get this all wet down, so you kind of maybe see what I was talking about, how the water washes the dirt down in between the ground. And you do want this soil wet when you start this out. All right, you see how I wet this down and how all the dirt now is underneath? It's filling in all your grooves, everything, that holes that you didn't get filled when you stacked with wood. So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put some more dirt back in here again. Yeah, perfect example. See the hole right down there? I didn't even see that, the fill. So we'll find something, we'll fill that up and see how it just washes it all the way down in there. It's better to get the dirt down in there now than 3 years when it really sags down. So pack it if you can now and move on. So let me do another round of dirt and we'll water it again. This is the second round of me putting dirt in there, and it looks pretty good. I've only seen a couple places. And so I believe we got most of the dirt is now around the wood. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some straw hay out from the goats. And we're going to go ahead and layer some straw hay in here. And then we're going to get some leaf mulch. And then we're going to go ahead and get some horse manure mixed with some cow manure. And that will finish this all off right here. Hay's in here. Now we're going to wet this down really, really good. This hay, as you can see, the little poops and the goats are in here. After I get this down, really wetted down good, I'm going to head out to the woods and I'm going to go grab a scoop of leaf mulch from the ground. And we'll throw that in here, nice nitrogen. So we got to get this wet down really good. That's what we're doing. I probably have, you know what? I would guess to say, let's see here. We got about 3 inches of hay in here. Now this will squash down, and I did press it down, but that's how much hay I put in here. 1 full scoop of my tractor is what's in here, all the way through. All right, let me keep wetting this down, and then we're going to get some leaf mulch out in the woods. All right, guys, I'm already going to know. We're going to have a couple people go and say, hey, what's leaf mulch? Yeah, and some people really do not know what leaf mulch is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you out in my woods and I'll show you what leaf mulch really is. All right, let's go for a ride. Leaf mulch is everything that you see on the ground that's been sitting there a while and has decayed. Alright, leaf mulch is, you see all the leaves everywhere? It's everywhere. Alright, what you're going to do is you want to scoop up right at the leaf level or just below it. So the compost of the leaves. You can get the dirt too, because it did break down. That's not going to be a big issue. We can get dirt with it. But the main thing is where the upper leaves meet the bottom of the leaves, you know, about 1 inch, 2 inch thick of leaves. That bottom layer is all, composting down. So that's called leaf mulch. Very high in nitrogen, excellent for your gardens. You can do your own leaf mulching. If you're raking up your yards, just keep piling up your leaves. pile them up and just let it sit, water them down once in a while. So my goal right now is about that I can go ahead and not worry about raking away sticks and stuff, and just scoop up some leaf mulch and bring it back home. I think the deeper I go in the woods, the better it'll be. I think I can go right here. So I'm not going to need a whole bunch right in front of me. Let me back up a little bit. Actually, what I normally do is I go forward. And I'll take my bucket and kind of drag it in a way. Scoop that up. And that's what you call leaf mulch right there. Let me get off here. Some of these big sticks I'm going to take out right now. Alright, you see how the soil's darker here? That's because all those leaves have mulched up. So, we're just going to grab some of these big sticks and just get them out of here, because we definitely don't need them. Guys, think about this. All these woods grow on their own, okay? No help, no food. We're not fertilizing it. It rains. Leaves fall down, all this decays into the ground, it fertilizes itself. High nitrogen, whatever else, all this stuff will break down to. We're adding this stuff into our gardens. Perfect stuff. Let's head back up to the house. Here you go, leaf mulch right here. Okay, and now I'm going to wet this down too. We want to get it all nice and wet, because next goes in our compost, our soil, whatever else we're going to be growing with. So we'll just keep wetting this down. You see how it's all leaves? Don't worry about the sticks. This whole thing's full of sticks. Let me get this all watered down really good, and then I'll bring in the soil we're going to use. All right, the HUGELKULTUR bed is ready to be planted in. I will go ahead and throw water on this also, get it wet down some. But there is some of our soil we have here. There is horse manure that had stacked up out back, been sitting for about 6 months. And then also I threw in 3 bags of black cow in here. So it's all looking good. And yeah, can't wait to start using it. Now, these 4 that's over here, these are 3 foot tall, 5 foot wide, 10 foot long, and I got 4 of them. And these have been here, I think this is my 4th year growing in them. Here's my garlic. All right, guys, we're gonna go. Hopefully this was pretty good. Came out really good. And hopefully that helps somebody that maybe want to try to do hugelkultur. There you go. All right, y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for the support. And if you feel good, give me a thumbs up. Take it easy, guys.